Eh bien le bonjour, ici Peltis en direct de Normandie SR1 pour ce 12e épisode de mon let's play de Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Et bah maintenant, on allait surtout faire le tour du vaisseau histoire de parler à tout le monde et voir si, s'il y a du nouveau. Donc normalement les membres d'équipage ordinaire n'ont pas grand chose à dire en nouveau. Je vais quand même regarder par acquis de conscience, mais a priori il y a rien de neuf.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you?
Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those
Ouais, non,
common-
ok, c'est la même chose.
Put the Normandy
Le
in my
reste,
hands,
il
I'll
n'y avait
make 'em
pas
dance
de...
for you.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Il n'y avait pas de nouveau. Ok, du coup, il y avait juste un petit commentaire au début, mais plus rien de, plus rien d'intéressant après. J'avais dit il y avait un truc quelque part, ouais, système de défense, voilà.
Yes, Commander.
Speak freely.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they belong here...
Carry on, Presley.
Ok,
Yes, sir.
rien de nouveau non plus par là. Du coup, bah on va descendre, histoire d'aller parler à tout le monde, histoire de voir un peu quelles sont leurs opinions sur les récents événements.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
All right. Let's label it officially off the record. Got something on your mind?
Straight up, there's something wrong with all of this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
I heard all about that. How companies would arrange accidents to expose people to element zero.
There was never any proof of that. It's not what happened in my case, anyway. My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not lightly, anyway. There was a girl I spent a lot of time with, but we kept our clothes on. Rana. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
I want to know everything my crew is capable of, Lieutenant. We're out of our element here.
If you say so, sir. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Voilà, voilà, comme ça, quelques conversations intéressantes avec monsieur ici présent.
Anything you need, Commander?
We'll talk another time.
Ok, donc ça c'est fait. Par là, il n'y a personne. Hein. Non, je vais voir si le docteur a du nouveau à me raconter.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Non, a priori, il n'y a rien de nouveau. Hein.
I'd never worked with it. Tends to keep to himself, though.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Ouais.
Commander.
Rien de nouveau de ce côté-là.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
J'ai tellement envie de dire non, là. Non, mais je suis pas méchant.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
I had to save you. You can help me stop Saren.
I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You're right. That doesn't sound very interesting.
On occasion, I have run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumbled across small bands of privateers. That probably does not seem very exciting to someone like you. I guess seeking out history's lost secrets holds a special appeal for me. I would give a century of my life to discover a beacon like the one you found on Eden Prime. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadelle. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
So you'll have sex with anything?
Now you see how rumors get started. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Ça, j'ai déjà posé la question. Hein. Bref. Du coup, on a fait le tour, a priori.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia
Parce que là, on est... Bah oui.
Spoke of her partner.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer... Asari daughters inherit racial...
Ouais, blablabla.
It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been...
Why agree?
Many Asari...
Ouais, effectivement, c'était
Goodbye, Shepard.
la même chose. Désolé pour d'avoir un peu tourné en rond. Du coup, ça c'est fait. Ensuite, il nous reste 1, 2, bah du coup, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouais, les 4 autres, ils sont dans le hangar. Du coup, on va voir ça tout de suite.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
It was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Ok. Et désolé pour le petit bruit de mise à jour, je sais pas quoi.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Sir! No, sir. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Ah, ouais, alors je pensais pas que ça allait couper la conversation comme ça.
Commander?
Parce que normalement, ouais, ok, bon, dommage, j'aurais bien aimé avoir plus de... Bah, peu importe.
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone has a happy family life.
I know, but I'm not gonna bet she's on our side just because Benezia didn't hug her enough. I'll keep an eye on her. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Ouais, mais du coup, je pensais pas que là, parce que normalement, les choix à gauche de la route, c'est toujours des choix qui prolongent la conversation, tandis que c'est les choix à droite pas qui prolongent, mais en tout cas qui explorent des voies alternatives et des détails, etc. Tandis que c'est les réponses à droite qui ont tendance à couper court ou à accélérer la fin. Du coup, je pensais pas que cette réplique-là allait couper la conversation, c'est un peu dommage. Mais bon, c'est comme ça. Que voulez-vous?
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
He's not impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Spoken like a true CSEC officer.
Yeah, it's a speech I've heard one too many times. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Voilà, voilà. Et ensuite, ah ouais, normalement lui il devrait nous vendre des trucs.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Ok, donc on peut déjà regarder s'il a des trucs intéressants. On pourrait acheter ça par exemple. Si je compare avec ce que j'ai maintenant, c'est quand même pas mal. Mais j'aimerais surtout regarder niveau fusil d'assaut. Idéalement j'aimerais ça. Ça ferait quand même une méga upgrade. Mais j'ai pas l'argent pour, hein. Ça coûte 230 000. Par contre je peux vendre. Je peux vendre un tas de trucs. Et en général, si on commence par vendre les trucs de plus bas rang. Je sais pas ce qu'ils définissent par vendre inutile, mais... Et c'est rien passé du tout. Génial. Mais bon, je vais commencer par vendre tous les trucs de rang 1, c'est un peu de la merde. Mais je pense pas que ça suffira à me faire arriver aux 230 000 que je voulais. Enfin, ça monte gentiment, mais bon, c'est pas... Pas très rapide non plus. Mais bon, si j'arrive aux 230 000 et que je peux choper mon méga fusil d'assaut, ça pourrait être cool. Ah, peut-être je vais quand même y aller jusqu'aux 230 000. Ouais, allez. Ah, mais j'y arriverai pas. J'y arriverai pas. Du coup, je vais tout vendre et ça suffira pas. Parce que là, 3000, 3500, 4000. Donc 4000, bon allez, on fait donc 10 000. 15 000. 19 000. 22 000. Ouais, non, on n'y arrivera jamais. On n'y arrivera jamais avec ça, donc non, malheureusement... Malheureusement, je peux pas, mais bon, j'ai vendu pas mal de trucs inutiles. Et je m'achèterai un bon gros flingue quand je pourrai. Avec un peu de chance, en faisant quelques quêtes, ça devrait me permettre de l'avoir.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But really, we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Ok, voilà, comme ça là on a fait le tour. Et du coup maintenant, bon, ça m'embête de toujours pas avoir les sous pour m'acheter mon beau gros flingue de beau gosse. Mais bah, à défaut de ça, je vais remonter. Et on va faire un petit détour à la Citadelle parce qu'en général, il y a toujours des... Alors bon, déjà j'ai des quêtes à rendre. Mais en plus des quêtes que j'ai à rendre en général, à chaque fois qu'on fait une nouvelle mission, il y a 2-3 nouveaux trucs qui se débloquent à la Citadelle comme ça. Du coup, je vais aller voir ce que ça donne. Donc, en tout cas, le secteur Artemis Tau, c'est bon. On avait fait quoi? On avait fait Hades Gamma aussi. Exodus, on l'avait fait. Donc, ouais, on va rentrer à la Citadelle.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
How come every time there's a problem, you end up running to me?
You're a Spectre, Shepard. And this isn't some run-of-the-mill mission. There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live-fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes.
We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Ouais, bref. Du coup, on pourra faire ça à l'occasion. Mais en attendant, on retourne à la Citadelle. Parce que du coup, j'ai en tout cas 2 quêtes annexes à rendre, ça c'est sûr. J'en ai peut-être même plus que ça. Et peut-être des nouvelles à chercher aussi. Donc on fera un petit tour comme ça. Ok. Du coup on va sortir. Et du coup, on va prendre les mêmes personnes que d'habitude.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Ah tiens, typiquement lui, je sais que c'est une sorte de quête annexe.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander? I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
This ship saved our lives a dozen times over.
An exaggeration. I've read your reports. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
Sounds like a fairly common situation.
Commander, I suggest you secure your mouth. It's going to get you in trouble. Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
There are no amateurs on this crew. They know to keep idle chatter minimized during combat, and I can bellow with the best DIs.
A fair point. I suppose the design has no chance of becoming standard. No need to worry about a generation of recruits learning things bass-ackwards. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Men of limited vision said the same thing about early aircraft, submarines, and tanks.
There's 2 ways I could take that, Commander, but that is true. I suppose the early U-boats weren't much better. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
I'm Normandy's commanding officer. The regs state I have the authority to say who does and doesn't come aboard. If you disagree, send a complaint up the chain of command.
Sophistry, Commander. You know I'm right. You want them on board that bad? Fine. Don't quote regs at me. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
I think the Normandy is a good ship, sir. Even if you disagree, you have to see that her joint construction and multiracial crew make the Alliance look better.
Your job is to look good, Commander. The Alliance navies is to win wars. I'm not convinced Normandy isn't a waste of taxpayer money, but I am convinced that you believe otherwise, and that you'll use it to its best ability. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
Voilà, voilà. Du coup, ouais, pareil, je suis content d'avoir pu lui répondre de manière un peu sèche à cet emmerdeur. Parce que typiquement dans mes parties précédentes, bah... Ouais, attendez. J'écoute la radio d'abord. Je raconte ma vie après.
Particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Voilà. Et du coup, je disais, ouais, donc du coup, que bah, ce mec-là, bah, d'habitude dans mes parties en mode palouf, je répondais toujours en mode gentil, mais non, mais tout va bien, il n'y a pas de problème, blablabla. Et du coup, c'est quand même bien de pouvoir le remettre un petit peu à sa place, plutôt qu'en s'écrasant à ses pieds. Bref, en parlant de personnes devant qui j'ai pas envie de m'écraser, etc., il y en a une parfaite ici. Par contre, la quick save marche pas. Attendez. Ah si, c'est juste que c'est dans l'ascenseur que ça marchait pas.
Commander Shepard? Khaleesa been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
I think they know not to ask me to work against my own people.
I think our viewers will be glad to hear that, Commander. You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
Miss Al-Jalani, I wear the Alliance uniform. And if you think anyone other than me says where the Normandy can go, you're sadly mistaken.
No offense intended, Commander. I'm sure you have to follow the orders of your superiors. Of course, now your superiors are aliens. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
I'm afraid I can't comment on whatever my current assignment may or may not be.
Don't worry, we'll find out. The eyes of Earth are on you. Don't let us down. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
Voilà, voilà. Pareil, c'est ce genre de discours où je suis content de pouvoir lui répondre de manière un peu sèche, enfin plus sèche que je le faisais précédemment. Ouais, je suis vraiment content d'avoir choisi cette orientation un peu plus neutre, un peu plus gender fluide, si vous voyez ce que je veux dire. C'est un peu voilà, des fois je suis un gentil palouf mignon si je suis de bonne humeur, et puis des fois je suis une enflure si on me fait chier. Ce genre de choses, comme un être humain normal en fait. Bref, du coup j'ai pas mal de trucs à faire dans la citadelle encore, disais-je, mais je sais plus trop quoi. Alors attendez. Déjà je sauvegarde au cas où il y a de nouveau un crash. Et du coup je vais essayer de prendre ça. Donc déjà il faut que j'aille à la tour de la citadelle justement. Donc je croise les doigts pour que ça bug pas. C'est bon, ça n'a pas bugué, alléluia.
Commander Shepard, could I have another word with you? Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
What do you want me to do?
I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadelle has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
Voilà, voilà, donc une nouvelle quête à faire, c'est bien. Mais en attendant, on va revoir... Attendez, c'est quoi? Pourquoi il y a une quête ici? C'est qui? C'est quoi? Ah non, ça devait être autre chose. Bref, du coup, je vais aller voir l'amiral, là. Attendez. Ah, mais non, mais justement, c'est l'amiral. C'est moi qui me suis planté d'endroit. Ok, je suis... Ok, en fait, c'est parce que le fast travel m'a mis beaucoup plus loin dans le... Enfin, voilà, il me met là et moi, je m'imaginais du côté de l'ascenseur. C'est pour ça que j'ai bugué. Bref.
No, I'm waiting. Commander, any word on my missing men?
I found them. What was left of them. They ran into a thresher maw.
A thresher maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
Ok, parfait. Du coup, ça c'est fait aussi. Là, il n'y a rien. Du coup, je peux refast travel en espérant que ça bug pas. Parce que du moment que ça a bugué une fois, maintenant, même deux fois, maintenant j'ai peur que ça bug à chaque fois. Mais du coup, on va retourner où? Je vais aller par là. Parce que je suis quasiment sûr qu'il y a une nouvelle quête qui a dû apparaître quelque part dans le coin. Si je mets la map, ça donne quoi? Alors il y a surtout un truc aux ambassades. Oui, effectivement, j'avais oublié ce détail. Mais oui, il y avait le truc de... Ouais, il y avait un truc à faire aux ambassades, c'est vrai. Du coup, je vais y aller. Comme ça, on rendra cette quête-là. Ouais, du coup, j'ai pas choisi le chemin le plus court. Mais bon. On s'occupe de rendre la quête. Histoire de faire la connaissance d'un personnage intéressant. Enfin, quelqu'un à qui on avait déjà parlé, mais qui nous avait envoyé chier la dernière fois. Donc là, au moins, on lui parlera.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nasana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. It didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nasana, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Voilà, voilà. Est-ce que le barman a autre chose à
Hello,
dire?
Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Non, il a rien d'intéressant à dire par rapport à la dernière fois.
So long, Commander.
Du coup, mes deux quêtes... Ah, attends, lui, non, rien du tout. Est-ce que lui, il a du nouveau?
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day. I only hope you're better than the one they're sending you after.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
That's what worries me. Was there something you wanted?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Bon, il a rien d'intéressant à dire, mais quand même une petite ligne de dialogue en plus. Du coup... Maintenant, qu'est-ce que j'ai... Attendez, normalement je peux regarder le journal de quête, je peux vérifier si j'ai des trucs. Donc ouais, je dois mettre ça, donc ça c'est dans le SSC. Ouais, ça on s'en fout, a priori. Ouais, ça on avance. Le truc de pirate, faudra y aller plus tard. Ça c'est Hawking Eta, Hydra, et tout le reste c'est terminé. Ok. Donc non, a priori j'ai pas grand chose d'autre à faire. Du coup je vais juste retourner... Qu'est-ce que je voulais faire déjà, je sais même plus. Ah oui, le mouchard. Donc il faut que... Au niveau de l'académie que ça se passe. Donc encore une fois en sauvegarde. Je vais aller là. Mais il me semble aussi qu'il y a une ou deux nouvelles autres quêtes qui ont dû apparaître quelque part. Donc il faut que je vérifie où elles sont. Alors déjà je vais aller à l'académie pour aller vers la tour de contrôle. Ça doit être par là, enfin ça doit être par là il me semble. Ouais non pas du tout hein. Ou si, c'est bien ça. Ok, autant pour moi. Oula, excusez-moi. Hop là, comme ça. On plante le mouchard. Là, on était déjà allé, hein. Il n'y a rien à faire.
Quarians aren't too popular with Citadelle security. They think we're all beggars and thieves.
Donc ça, c'est fait. Là, je vérifie, il n'y a rien de nouveau, hein.
Hello, Commander.
Regarde quand même un... Ah, si. Là, il y a un truc. Donc, je vais aller hacker le machin, là, vite fait. Merde. Voilà. Donc, individu suspect. Le SSC mène l'enquête sur une femme du nom d'Elena Blake. Qu'ils n'ont rien de concret contre elle, mais elle serait un élément très puissant des sphères criminelles de la Citadelle. Elle a été vue pour la dernière fois près du bazar du Présidium. Voilà, du coup, comme ça, comme je disais, il y a quand même d'autres quêtes à choper. Donc, donc on va directement aller la voir. Hein. Donc, les bazars du Présidium, c'est donc... quartier des finances. Du coup, de quel côté? Ouais, de l'autre côté, ça marche. Je vérifie encore si lui, par hasard, il a rien de nouveau à me dire.
Greetings, Earth Clan.
I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
It's a great honor.
One you are no doubt ready for. A word of warning, though. There are many eyes watching you now, Commander. Some of them want to see you fail. I, however, wish you only success. Perform well and you bring the Earth Clan one step closer to joining the Council. And if they let your people in, maybe there is hope for my own species one day, yes?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Voilà, voilà. Donc de nouveau, c'est pas rien de transcendant, mais quand même des petites lignes de dialogue en plus.
Got a moment, Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
I've got plenty to do already.
Of course you do. But this would be easy work for you, and I pay extremely well. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Voilà, voilà. Pareil, c'est un personnage que j'aime bien, elle. Du coup, je regarde vite fait si lui, il a des trucs à vendre.
Commander.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human.
C'est quoi ces sortes d'amélioration? Mode grenade. Non, pour ça, on s'en fout pour l'instant. Par contre...
Show me your items. Oh, this one is pleased to do so.
Est-ce qu'il a un fusil d'assaut? Ouais, c'est quand même vachement moins cher. Et si je le compare à ce que j'ai... Oh, il est déjà infiniment mieux que ce que j'ai. Mais j'ai envie de m'acheter celui à 230 000. Pareil, l'armure est vachement mieux aussi. Ouais, non, c'est pas grave. Vu qu'on est en mode facile, pour l'instant, de toute façon, on s'en sort avec un équipement suboptimal. Et puis j'attendrai d'avoir vraiment un super item à m'acheter. Je préfère économiser pour avoir vraiment un bon item plutôt que de me ruiner à chaque fois pour des petites upgrades. Bref, du coup, ça c'est fait. Du coup, maintenant, je vais encore reprendre le fast travel parce que je suis quasiment sûr qu'il y a des nouvelles quêtes au niveau des secteurs. En tout cas, une, il me semble, par là. Alors là, il n'y a rien, mais... Enfin, peut-être qu'il faut que je m'avance un peu plus, en fait. Ouais, voilà. C'était celle à laquelle je pensais.
Yeah, what is it?
Seems the owner didn't like the way you played their games.
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
I know Doran. If he says you're cheating, you're cheating.
I was just tipping the scales in my favor, only as an experiment.
It still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
Why don't you just sell the device then?
What? No. This device is archaic. It uses brute force to achieve its goal. Besides, you saw how easily it was detected. My system, when it's complete, will be far more efficient and completely undetectable.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set
pardon.
nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to
Does the device
Ah mais d'accord, mais c'est parce qu'il change, c'est pour ça que il change l'ordre des trucs, c'est pour ça que j'ai appuyé plusieurs fois sur le même.
What's in this for me?
Keep your winnings. That should be payment enough, I think.
I'll help you out.
Huh. I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
Ok, du coup, je vais y aller.
It's not what I heard.
And what did you hear exactly?
More rumors about strange metal creatures with real AI, no doubt.
Yes, but there's more.
Yeah, there always is.
I heard they had some connection with a rogue Spectre.
Not this again.
Why is that so hard to believe?
Whatever you say. Just don't expect us to believe it too.
Ok, ok. Est-ce qu'elle, elle nous dit quelque chose?
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
And yet, you seem less than pleased.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
Hehe. Bref. Ah, elle est là-haut, Jenna.
Hey there, welcome to Flex.
Ok, elle me dit rien de nouveau.
You almost never see any keepers in this club. I guess they don't care what happens here. That or the music keeps them away. Anything you want, you can find for sale on the boards, legal or
This music is interesting. I wonder if I can find a copy to bring back to the flotilla.
Ok, bref, du coup, on va sauvegarder et on va jouer. En espérant pas se faire prendre. Je sais pas exactement, parce que pareil, vu que je jouais en mode paloupe, j'ai jamais fait cette quête. Donc on va jouer. Oui. Alors, bon, on peut commencer comme ça. On peut toujours aller comme ça. On peut toujours y aller. Ok, là c'est difficile d'aller plus loin, donc on va prendre ça. Donc on rejoue. Bon, il pourrait bien aller un peu plus vite. Là c'est chaud, mais du coup si je joue ça, j'ai des chances d'être bon. Merde, j'ai perdu, bon c'est pas grave. En vrai, peut-être que je fais ça. C'est peut-être plus rapide de faire ça en vrai. Ouais, pareil là je peux... Je pourrais tenter mais le 20, mais bon c'est un peu... Ah, il me fait déjà des commentaires comme quoi il me trouve très chanceux. Bon, du coup, toute façon, non, je dois continuer à jouer tant que j'ai pas eu le message qui me dit que c'est bon. Nickel.
Your luck seems unnatural, human.
Ouais, il est vraiment en train de capter qu'il y a un truc chelou. Allez, ça se tente. Nickel. Ah d'accord, j'ai assez de victoires, donc on s'arrête là. Parce que sinon je pense que il va nous arriver exactement ce qui lui est arrivé. Enfin on va se faire choper, on va se faire dégager comme un malpropre. Et je doute qu'on ait beaucoup de récompenses si nous arrive ça. Du coup on va lui parler.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Here you go. I hope it's what you're looking for.
Excellent indeed. This will provide me with invaluable data. You enjoy those winnings. I'm gonna get the system completed.
Voilà, voilà. Juste une petite quête en plus. Et apparemment, j'ai vu un marqueur de quête quelque part. Je sais pas où exactement, mais j'ai vu un marqueur de quête. Du coup, je vais essayer de regarder où il est. Rien du tout. C'est sûr d'avoir vu un marqueur de quête. Bref. Attendez, je regarde juste un petit peu l'heure. Ça fait combien de temps? Ouais, ça fait déjà 1 heure. C'est un long épisode. Donc, je pense qu'on va gentiment s'arrêter. Je vais juste aller rendre... Bon, je vais juste encore descendre en bas du... Ouais, descendre en bas. Oui, bon, bah voilà, moi, on aime bien parler la France. Mais, regarde un petit peu s'il y a du nouveau après.
This isn't a proof of purchase.
It's a bank statement. It shows that I bought something from you when I bought it.
Well, thank you for buying from me, but this still doesn't prove that you purchased that item from my store.
But I didn't buy anything else here.
How do I know that? If you don't have the proof of purchase, I can't help you.
But...
Sorry.
Enfin voilà, c'est ce genre de petite discussion que j'aime bien suivre. Et ah, lui il est là.
Hey, Commander Shepard, it's me. There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Right. Conrad. We talked a while back.
You remember me? Wow. Even while you're out there kicking ass, you don't forget the rest of us. That says a lot about you, Shepard. Hey, can I get your picture?
Sure. No problem.
Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
Voilà, voilà, bon, c'est fait. Du coup, maintenant qu'on est là, est-ce qu'il me reste encore grand chose à faire? A priori, pas spécialement, mais... Je vais regarder si lui, il a des trucs à vendre.
Yes, human. You need something, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have.
Du coup, toi... si je le compare, ça donne quoi? 180, 2.919. Ouais, le Raptor, il est infiniment mieux. Et franchement, il est pas très cher. Peut-être je vais me laisser tenter par le Raptor, en vrai. Ouais, allez, comme ça, je me ruine pas, je prends le Raptor. Du coup, je vais directement l'équiper. Voilà. Hein? Et je viens de voir que j'avais un truc qui était pas... Ouais, bon, il a un peu moins de précision, mais enfin, l'autre que j'ai, il était vachement bien, en fait. Du coup, j'aurais pas eu besoin d'acheter le Raptor. Mais bon, c'est pas grave. Je regarde juste, là, il n'y a pas de... Non, a priori, il n'y a pas de raison d'aller là. Du coup, on retourne vite voir la journaliste pour lui dire qu'on a fait ce qu'elle voulait qu'on fasse. Donc, ouais, tour de la Citadelle.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
Voilà, voilà. Et maintenant, a priori, on a fait le tour. Ouais, puis au pire des cas, si j'ai raté quelque chose, a priori les quêtes elles disparaissent pas, donc je pourrais les retourner la chercher quand je veux. Donc on va retourner au vaisseau et on va s'arrêter là.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
Voilà, voilà. Bref, du coup, je vous remercie de m'avoir suivi. Portez-vous bien et à la prochaine. Bye.